My parents were 45 when I graduated from college, and that was 2 years ago for me, so.
Instead of preparing for an empty nest like her parents did, Dr. Joan Greiner Licht is practicing tying shoelaces with her 6-year-old son, Charlie.
I think for me it was more just my life circumstance and, waiting for the right guy type of thing.
Those life circumstances include medical school and residency, and the right time for Joan also meant waiting for the right guy. She met him in her late 30s.
We both felt maybe at an older age that we just might not have kids.
But they celebrated their first anniversary, pregnant with their first child, and welcomed their second child a few years later when Joan was 41.
He was big, he was a big guy, and his sister, Allison, was not quite 3, and I thought, wow, we've got 2 of these now, one for each hand,
Like Joan, more women are waiting to start their families. In fact, today, 1 in 5 women in the U.S. has her first child after age 35, according to the March of Dimes. And while our minds may tell us 40 is the new 30, our bodies don't always agree.
Pretty much if you show up to your OB/GYN's office over age 35, they've got advanced maternal age all over your chart, just as a reminder to them that there are certain things they have to watch for. Being in the profession, it's kind of like I know that's the terminology. I'm kind of like, oh gosh, it's not so great. But yeah, it is what it is.
The terminology may not be flattering for patients, but it serves as a warning for doctors like Kara Cockfield, an OB/GYN in Petoskey.
It is harder to get pregnant over 40, and you're more likely to have medical problems over 40, such as high blood pressure or diabetes and things that.
Basically, your body is older, and so are your eggs.
The eggs you have when you're 40, you've had your whole life.
Those older eggs can make it harder to get pregnant and can lead to an increased risk for birth defects and miscarriage. When you compare women in their 20s to women in their 40s, the risk for having a baby with Down syndrome goes from 1 in 1,250 to 1 in 100, and the risk of miscarriage goes from 10% to 35%. Dr. Cockfield says you should know your risks, but you don't have to let the numbers scare you if you're a healthy person. That's why it's even more important for a woman in her 40s to get a health assessment first.
If someone checks out okay on all of them, yeah, you can expect a normal, healthy pregnancy.
Luckily, Joan did have a healthy, normal pregnancy. After the birth, though, she admits her older age came into play.
When I see younger parents, I'm like, wow, those people can really get along well without sleep, whereas for me it became very difficult.
But she says having a child over 40 also has its benefits.
We kind of lived a good part of our lives and had established ourselves, and we have these little people now that we can share that with, and it makes our life that much richer. I wouldn't let age stop you from doing something that you really felt was important.